Hello and welcome to Epic Guff, a web series which farts out more gaseous musings than your mum, covering you in poo particles such as this. This week's Olympics special takes special look at Olympics. Kermit the Frog opens first instalment of Under the Weather. Your Englishman with a camera explains different sexual angles in video shitloads of you have been watching.
This is a good angle, no, it's not a good angle, and then switch a little bit.
But first, some of the more switched on of you out there may have noticed that your flickering pixel box has been spewing out images of overly compressed tatty bojangles and bulging crotches. Well, that's because it's currently the 2014 Winter Olympic Games in Sochi. We have managed to collate together 5 of the very best facts from this year's Games that you can use right up until the 23rd of February. Or, if you are planning on watching the Paralympic Games, which you're not because you're a bastard, the 16th of March. Sochi was a holiday paradise in the mind of mass-murdering Italian pizza box posing Joseph Stalin. In fact, you can still pop along and take a peek around his holiday home. It's received 4.5 out of 5 worthless green circles on business-crippling site TripAdvisor. One guy helpfully tells us that not only is it completely preserved, you can actually touch everything, including the wax figure of the psychotic and paranoid leader himself. Putin has branded the Sochi Olympics as bride-free and gay-friendly, which is like advertising a burger with the slogan, "Now with no horse." It doesn't exactly fill you with confidence. In a recent interview, he said he has no problem with successful gays, saying that when they achieve great results, such as, for instance, Elton John achieves, who is an extraordinary person, a distinguished musician, millions of our people sincerely love him with no regard to his sexual orientation. Firming up his love of gays, saying that Russia's new anti-homosexual propaganda law was there to protect children and was not discriminatory in any way. Thing is though, what is Elton John if he isn't the most perfect homosexual propaganda you've ever seen? If you're gay and flamboyant, you become rich and famous. It's got to be the case because you can't fucking sing. The Sochi Games have reportedly cost Russia a staggering $51 billion, almost as much as the London and Beijing Olympics combined, although Putin insists it was only $6.5 billion, with the rest going on transport and shit. One IOC member, however, estimates that at least a third of the estimated cost has been siphoned off, those bloody gays. Despite being the location for the Winter Olympics, Sochi's climate is actually considered subtropical, with temperatures rarely dipping below freezing. That fact had the Jamaican bobsled team singing, Jamaica, we have a bobsled team. The mascots for the Sochi Games are a polar bear, a hare and a leopard, with the Paralympic Games being chucked a snowflake and a ray of light. I mean, what the fuck, as if plagiarising a John Lewis ad wasn't bad enough, all the Paralympians are being told that you don't have legs so you're a snowflake, patronisingly given hope with that ray of light. Oh, you never know, one day your arm might grow back. Yeah, whatever. At least make it a hare with wheels. Sticking with the winter theme, this week we are painfully glancing at Ski Bums with Money web series, Under the Weather. Under the Weather follows Jesus, a guy called Dees, an ex-heroin addict, and that Kermit bloke in the intro as they explain to us in boring detail how they saved up money for their ununique ski trip.
Yeah, I was down in Chile, working for a mineral exploration company. Some days I'd be in the desert, just hiking around, looking for rocks.
I was a welder's helper on the pipeline.
These guys are so cool, it's smarts. I mean, listen to this guy talk. I've had constipation easier to get out than words from his mouth.
Kind of fucking stressed for time, so we're gonna try and work really hard the next couple of 10 days to get our shit together and stop partying, because that's not.
The episode struggles on, showing us the hilarious parties and actually quite incredible champagne powder the group discover as they journey on. Mash it all together and it's a bit like how I imagine a 1970s cocaine party, just this one's got more tits. Look, there's one. There is a moment of hope, however, and it comes in the form of German Phil. Brandishing a shotgun, one can only look on in anticipation to see if one of them gets a bullet in the head. Come on. Come on. Ah, fucking missed. What do 450,766 of you have in common? You've all been watching 9 Nights behind the scenes. That's right, the mountain bike episode has been doing the rounds like your mum, armed to the teeth with slow-mo footage and yet another Jesus. It's easy to see why it's been doing so well too. It's like some kind of sexual help film in disguise. I mean, this guy's been giving us tips on the best sexual positions, while this other guy's been giving participants training in tantric wanksercise. He's also been giving us some pretty handy masturbatory advice.
It's quite tough on your body And if you need to find something, just be a little bit more be careful and feel yourself more again.
What's that got to do with the Winter Games, I hear you not asking? Well, nothing, but there is a winter version that is worth a peek, and while it follows Al-Qaeda militants around and is like from last year or whatever, it's definitely worth a peek and may even persuade you to go out and tickle the snow with your own slippery planks, board or skis with what we have left of winter. And with that, go and break a collarbone.